10th speech, which completes the Confident Communicator Manual. Wow. It has been an interesting journey. Some good speeches and some that weren't. She is proud of the winning speeches. Kathy has learned a lot along the way. She's looking forward to seeing what the advanced manuals can teach her. Performing this speech entitled, "What Happened to the 1-Minute Manager?" Please welcome this morning Kathi Taylor.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have been working for Staples for 9 months. I found it very difficult, not because of the work, but because of the management. I felt that the general manager is very immature and really does not know how to treat people. I already knew this by the time I was there for 3 months, because I had applied for customer service leave. And after I worked on the register solid for 3 months, she told me, "Oh no, that's the job. You are the head cashier." I would have never accepted the job if I knew that in the interviews or even in the job description. I decided to pull out a book that I had read many years ago. This is written by Ken Blanchard and Spencer Johnson in 1981. The book is all about a young man that is in search of an effective manager. He looked high and low, far, all over the world. And what he found out was the managers fell into 2 categories: a hard manager or a nice manager. Now the tough managers were considered hard-nosed, realistic, and profit-minded. As it turned out, the tough manager, with that, the organization won and the people lost. Now nice managers, they were considered supportive, considerate, and humanitarian. As it turned out, the organization lost, but the people won. With both types of managers, their people could not even decide or agree that they were good managers. Then the young man heard about this special manager, so he decided to go and meet with him and find out what this is all about. To his surprise, the manager had an open schedule other than Wednesday morning. Now, Wednesday mornings, he held meetings with his people. And he would go over what they had accomplished that week, what the problems were, and what was to be done the next week. So the young man asked the manager, "Well, then you're a participating manager then?" He said, No, I do not participate in the decision-making of my people." It was hard to believe that the 1-minute manager was getting so much done in very little time. The manager showed him a plaque. "People who feel good about themselves produce good results." The young man was instructed to go and speak with more of his people and find out more about the 1-minute manager. The 1-minute manager was giving him the concept of the 1-minute manager as a gift. The first person the young man met with was a middle-aged man. The first thing he said was, "Is this real? Is this real?" And he said, "Yes, you better believe it." He was going to tell him the first secret of the 1-minute manager, and that was 1-minute goal setting. The goal setting is done once a week. One goal is written on one piece of paper, no more than 250 words, and it should be read in less than a minute. This way, the boss, the manager, and the employee knows what should be done. Everybody's on the same page. At Staples, I was trained one thing at a time. I was trained by 3 different managers. It happened to be whoever was opening that day was the one giving the instructions. I was told what to do every day, over and over and over again. I never felt that they had confidence in me that I knew what to do. One of the problems was their whole concept was about the numbers. The morning meetings would be all about, they would measure everything. They'd have reports about everything. And it was like, okay, we had a green day yesterday, and that means that conversion was down, but sales for ink were up. And the customer service, well, we need to improve upon that. So it was whatever was negative the day before, that's what we had to work on. So it was a constant telling you what to do. I was told I had authority over the other register, other cashier people. Only the managers would go tell them what I was supposed to tell them. And then the other problem was they would correct me constantly in front of them. I felt that I had no respect. You see, the 1-minute manager would work with his people every week on what he expected, and then he let them go and do their thing. The young man moved on to the next person. Now he met a young man in his late 20s. He thought, gee, he's very young. He's very young. To learn the second secret. He asked again, is this all true? He said, yes, of course it is. He proceeded to tell him the 1-minute phrasing. The plaque said, help people reach their full potential. Catch them doing something right. Yes. It goes like this. When someone is new, the manager would follow them around and wait until they did something right. And then he would look them straight in the eye and put his hand on the shoulder and tell them what they did right and how it made him feel. And then he would wait a minute and let you feel what he's feeling. And then let them know that they're doing a good job. That is a 1-minute praising. 1-minute matter praising. At Staples, the general manager tried to do this with me. In the beginning, I'm very good at sales. And she said, okay, this is the pen of the month. We want to beat we want to be the high in the district. This is it, okay? I came in with good sales and customer service. I blew it out of the water. Great, we were the highest in the district, okay? That soon died because I learned that you're not selling the protection plans. You're not selling the protection plans. And I'm like, oh, I realized everything else wasn't good enough. I wasn't selling the protection plans like they wanted me to. It was, I never felt that she truly believed in me. I just really felt that way. The young man moved on to a woman this time to learn about the third secret. The third secret is the 1-minute reprimand. Yes, okay. She spoke of her experience with the manager. And it went like this. As soon as he found out about that one problem, he went to her, he sat on her side of the desk, he looked her straight in the eye, and he told her he was not happy about this behavior. And even though he had very much respect for you, and we just don't want that mistake again, he let her feel that feeling, how he felt about it, and then let her know that he respected her. Okay. My job in Staples was very multitasking. You had to do all these things all at one time. And right in the middle of it, I hear the manager saying, "Kathy, why aren't you calling for extra help?" And I'm like, "What?" I leaned over and said, "Oh my God, there's 5 people in the line. I'm sorry, I was doing everything else." I have so much more to tell, but the day that I called a meeting, I did not want to evade the problems that I was having. I called the meeting. I had been working on my feet for 5.5 hours. That was when they could give me the time. I got in the room, there was 2 chairs, the 2 managers sitting there, so I had to stand. The meeting was for 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
I brought this meeting. I wanted to go over some points that I felt that I needed to bring to their attention. Every point was turned against me and thrown back at me. And when I walked out of that room, I felt that I no longer wanted to work there because it was very healthy mentally and physically. And for that reason, I'm out. Please take these, I know I'm over time, but please take these messages. You can help in even dealing with children and people. I'm a prime example. Thank you.